It's 6 AM and I've got a bit of first light. It's going to be another hot day as usual around here, so I need to get started on cleaning out these beds and ready for the next crop. So it's time to dig out these corn stalks, cut these down, the good old miracle, and get these ready. These stalks are going to be reused. I'm going to put them through a new shredder that I've got, so I may do a video on that at some time soon to show you how that all turned out. I've got some compost cones and a tumbler that I need to get loaded and started again, so these stalks will come in really handy. Okay, that part of the job's done. So now I've got to refurbish this soil and think about what I'm going to put in it. So anybody has any suggestions, let me know. I'm looking for autumn crops. Maybe onions. I like growing onions, but anyway. Sun's starting to come up, so better get more done before it gets hot. It's got to be 35 today. Another hot day. Autumn in Australia, greater. Saturday afternoon is upon us and it's been a really hot day, but been managing to get a lot more work done on my propagation area. All of my basic side struts are up now. The beds are up to the level that I actually want them to be. You can see I'm doing my best to use as much scrap as I can. If I can build this out of 80% recycled materials from the property, I'll be really happy. As soon as this work's done, the space behind can get tidy and get back to being functional again. Seedling trees are going beautifully well. They already seem to like their new home. Down here, guys are going great. Capsicum I've had to relocate in the Great Development is starting to come back from the edge, and my plants that I bought ready to propagate out and plant out are going really well. They need to be potted up tomorrow, so that's a job for then. It's hot. I think you can sort of tell by my face. It's been an interesting day. I need a good shower. It's an election day here in South Australia, so gonna have to go up and vote and lose a bit of time there, but anyway, that's Saturday. Let's see what Sunday brings, eh? I love doing this stuff. Like I said, one of the goals for this project is to reuse materials wherever I can. So these old brackets have come off some old fittings I'm pulling down, so they look pretty crappy, but they're still okay. So I'm going to fit them to this, and this is going to be a support rail for the first bench in my propagation house. Really happy with this. Bit of a tip if you're not used to working with metal. The first tech screw that I put into here, you may have noticed I didn't screw it all the way down. The reason for that is if it gets too tight, it can make the bracket spin around at super fast rates and cut your fingers open. So it's best to back off, secure the second, and then tighten the first. Well, the first propagation bench is in. It's made out of some old recycled fencing rail and some old weld mesh, that we've had on the property. Some really nice, strong, sturdy stuff. In fact, was part of my old shade hothouse before. So I'm going to get the plants on here and I'll show you how it looks. You can really start to get a sense of how this is all going to look now. It's funny, isn't it? I built my first bench and I've filled it up already, but I don't mind, that's a good start. A lot of these plants will go into the garden soon. So basically what's going to happen is some struts are going to come up between these horizontal pieces of timber. That'll help reinforce them where they've been joined, so that'll help. But there will be brackets that will come out of that and more shelves will be layered up. So I'm going to have a terrace up here where I can get to seedling trays, smaller plants, some more seedling trays or intermediate seedlings here, and then a grow space for plants that need a little bit more space and care. In the corners, I've got a bit of room for a couple of pots that I can put in there for things like the ginger, for example, could overwinter in here. I think it's going to be really good. Really happy. Sorry, not a great deal of gardening going on at the moment, a lot of building. But I will be putting in a bit of seed later on today when the weather backs off. But it's about 10:30 in the morning now and the heat's really starting to get up again. It doesn't seem like we're ever going to escape summer here. Next shelf is up. I think you can see where this is all going. So there's going to be another shelf a little bit higher. Not a great deal higher than the one that you've got there. Some more struts are going to be put in between the horizontal beams. And I'm going to add another shelf there. Managed to get a few seeds in at least by the end of the day. Lots of onion, a lot of kale. I've got an experiment going at the moment with trying out magnesium sulfate Epsom salts on the same batches of seeds to actually see how things are going. I'll put a video up about that. It's a work in progress, but this has really been a great day. I've achieved a lot. Thanks for watching.